Uh, Welcome students to my video lecture class on signals and system. If you remember in the last class, I explained Euler identity, and I am continuing with problems on finding periodicity, whether the function is periodic or not. If it is periodic, what is its period, etc. Now today I will take up some advanced problems. Now you are seeing on this board advanced problems on periodicity. For each signal, if it is periodic, find the fundamental period T naught. Otherwise, prove that the signal is not periodic. There are only two possibilities, either periodic or aperiodic. Three problems. So three typical problems I have taken. Then this is an advanced problem and a slight derivation you have to make, which I have not stated, but I will take up in the problem itself. So first, what difference you are finding in these problems? In the previous class problems, xt was containing only one function. But in these three problems, there are two terms. Take, for example, x of t equal to cos t and sin 2t. We know that cos t is a periodic function. Sin function is also a periodic function. But if they are acting together, they are both present, then comes the question, is this xt periodic? If it is periodic, what is the condition? So we have to prove that. So first I will, a very simple proof I will give you. You can easily follow. Then I will take up the other two problems. Okay. First I will take up this problem. X of t equal to cos t plus sin 2t. I will take. Now, first I will call this as x1 and this as x2. So xt is made up of two functions, x1 of t and another one x2 of t. First I will do derivation, then I will take up these problems. So xt is equal to x1 of t plus x2 of t. See, x1 is periodic, x2 is also periodic, no doubt about it. Now you write the condition for periodic. So what is the condition for periodic? So first I will take up. So one is cosine, another is sine. They are different. So the period will be different. So I will take up this one. So this is periodic. The condition is x1 of t plus t1 is equal to x1 of t. So if x1 has to be periodic, then x1 of t plus t1 is equal to x1 of t. Or I will modify this by taking here k. See, you know that for multiple values of time period also, it exhibits periodicity. So x1 of t plus kt1 is equal to x1 of t. So this is periodic condition. Similarly, x2 of t plus, so x2 is different. So you can't take k. I will use another symbol n. n t1 is equal to x2 of t. So as x1 and x2 are periodic, so you have to write these conditions. Now I will replace x1t and x2t with this. Then it becomes x of t is equal to x1 of t, that is x1 of t plus kt1, and a slight mistake I have made, x2 of t plus n t2, sorry, make it t2 because it is different. x2 of t plus n2, x2 of t plus n t2. Call this as equation number 1. Call this as equation number 1. Now, x of t is equal to x1 of t plus kt1 plus x2 of t plus nt2, as x1 and x2 are periodic. Now, let us assume that on adding these two, now xt has become periodic. Okay. So, xt has become periodic of period t, of period t naught. We call it as t naught. We shall call fundamental period as t naught. Then what happens? X of t plus t naught is equal to, now here I will write. Now it is periodic. You are assuming that x on adding these two, it has become periodic. You have made that assumption. Then we have to write x of t plus t naught is equal to x1 of t plus t naught plus x2 of t plus t naught. Because these two constitute terms in x, they cannot have different t1, t2 here. So, x of t plus t naught is equal to x1 of t plus t naught, x2 of t plus t naught. I can say all t's are to be replaced by same period, that is t plus t naught. You cannot write t1, t2 here. Again, now you are assuming that x of t, the second equation, and you are assuming that xt is periodic. If these two are to be identical, 1 and 2 are to be identical, then what is the condition? Whatever written here must be same as this. Whatever written here must be same as this. Is it not? Whatever we have written in brackets, they must be identical, because this is for x1, this is for x2. Now I will apply that condition. Now on applying that condition, now it becomes t plus kt1 is equal to t plus t naught. Then t plus nt2 is equal to t naught. T plus t naught. T plus nt2 is equal to t plus t naught. T cancels. So what we are getting from this? We are getting kt1 is equal to t naught. kt1 is equal to t naught. Similarly here, tt gets cancelled. We are getting t naught equal to nt2. So here this is nt2 is equal to t naught. Now combine these two as kt1 is equal to nt2 is equal to t naught. Now take only these two. So taking these two, what we are getting? T1 by T2 is equal to n by k. This is the condition. So what is the condition for xt to be periodic? T1 by T2 must be equal to n by k. So n is an integer, k is an integer. Ratio of integers, we call this as rational number. So rational number is nothing but a fraction made of integers, or quotient of integers. We call it as quotient of integers. Therefore, if this condition is satisfied, then xt will be periodic. And this is the condition. So period of x1 divided by fundamental period of x2 is equal to ratio of integers n and k. Now what is fundamental period then? T naught is equal to either you take this or this, kt1 or t naught equal to nt2. So this is condition. Remember these two. Now I will work out this problem. Okay. So this is very important. Sometimes the rational number condition is not satisfied. So I will that comes in this problem. I will take up that. Now I will work out this problem. First cos t. First cos t. First cos t. Cos t. Cos t. So it is of this form. Cos omega t. Is it not? Cos t. Cos 1t. Cos 1t means it is of this form. Cos omega t. So what is omega 1? Omega 1 is 1. Omega 1 is equal to 1. That is equal to 2 pi by t1. Therefore, what is t1 then? t1 is equal to 2 pi. 2 pi. Second case. Sin 2t. What is omega 2? Omega 2 is equal to 2. That is equal to 2 pi by t2. Therefore, what is t2? t2 is equal to pi. t2 equal to pi. t1 equal to 2 pi. Take the ratio. Take the ratio of these two numbers. t1 by t2 is equal to 2 pi by pi. That is equal to 2 by 1. What is this? So 2 by 1 is a rational number. Ratio of integers. Hence, the condition is satisfied. Hence, the condition is satisfied. Therefore, period. Therefore, in this case, the summation of cos t and sin 2t is periodic. Then what is the fundamental period? Fundamental period t naught is equal to either you take kt1 or nt2. Now I will take up kt1 or nt2. So you take, so here this is n, this is k, this is n, this is k. So what is t naught? T naught is equal to kt1, that is 1 t1. t1 is 2 pi, therefore it is 2 pi. Next, or you can use this kt1, t naught is equal to kt1 or nt2, kt1, k here is 1 into t1, t1 is 2 pi, so 1 into 2 pi, or t naught is equal to nt2, n here is 2 into t2 is pi. So what we are getting? We are getting same answer, 2 pi. Hence, it is fundamental period is 2 pi seconds. Now, next problem. In the next problem, second problem, x of t is equal to cos t plus sin pi t. Sin pi t. First, cos 1t. Therefore, omega 1 is equal to 2 pi by t1. That is 2 pi by t1. Omega 1 is equal to 1 equal to 2 pi by t1. Therefore, what is t1? Therefore, t1 is equal to 2 pi. What about omega 2 here? In this case, pi is equal to omega 2. That is equal to 2 pi by t2. Therefore, what is t2 then? t2 is equal to 2 pi by pi. That is 2. Now take the ratio. t1 by t2 is equal to 2 pi by 2. That is pi by 1. Is it a ratio of integers? t1 by t2? No, because pi is called as irrational because it bears a value. Pi is equal to 3.143. So 3.143. So it is not a simply ratio of integers. So as pi is equal to 3.143, the condition is not met, and hence the xt is not periodic. So not periodic is the answer. Not periodic is the answer. last problem. Now I will take up the last problem. The last problem is xt equal to xt is equal to cos 5t plus 3e power minus 10t. Cos 5t plus 3e power minus 10t. So what is important is this 5t here, 10t. That is correct. So first as usual, first what is omega 1? Omega 1 equal to 5 equal to 2 pi by t1. Therefore what is t1? T1 is equal to 2 pi by 5. Next, this is omega 2. Concentrate on 10. Omega 2 is equal to 10 equal to 2 pi by t2. Therefore, what is t2 then? T2 is equal to 2 pi by 5. Take the ratio. T1 by T2 is equal to 2 pi by 5 divided by pi by 5. 5 get cancelled. Pi get cancelled. So it is 2 by 1. So it is said to be rational. T1 by T2 is equal to 2 by 1. Hence it is rational. Hence it is periodic. Then you find fundamental period. What is fundamental period? We know that T1 by T2 is equal to n by k. So what is T0? T0 is equal to you can calculate T0. Calculate T0. So that is, it is not. T1 by T2 is equal to n by k equal to T0. That is, T0 is equal to KT1 or NT2. Is it not? Therefore, T0 is equal to K. K is 1. 1 into T1. T1 is 2 pi by 5. 2 pi by 5, or you take this. T0 is equal to NT2. N here is 2. N is here is 2. N is 2. T2 is 5 pi by 5. So that is equal to 2 pi by 5. Answer. So in the next class, I will conclude periodicity problems. Okay, thank you.